Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Muhammad Ans Khalid, your course instructor of data structure and algorithm. In this course, you will learn how data is organized, stored, and processed efficiently, which is the foundation of becoming a good programmer and problem solver. This course is designed to help you understand, analyze, and design data structure that efficiently organize and process data. By learning data structure, you will be able to choose the right structure to solve different types of problems in programming and software development. By the end of this course, you will be able to implement various data structure and their algorithms in simple application. Secondly, analyze algorithm and compute time and space complexity. Thirdly, apply data structure in different application domains. Fourthly, design new data structure and algorithm to solve problem efficiently. Now the question is, what exactly is data structure? A data structure is a way of organizing and storing data so that it can be accessed and modify efficiently. Means data structure हमारे पास data store करने का एक organized way है ताकि हम data को efficiently access कर सकें और उसको manipulate कर सकें. In programming, we need to store data not just randomly but in manner that allow us to perform operations like insertion, deletion, searching and sorting effectively. Now we discuss the simple definition of data structure. A data structure is a particular way of organizing data in a computer so that it can be used efficiently. For example, when you save contacts in your phone, you using a data structure like numbers and names of the person. And second example is that when you browse, when your browser store recently URLs, it using a stack or queue. Now let's see how data structure are categorized mainly into two types, linear and non-linear data structure. In linear data structure, data elements are arranged sequentially one after another. Each element is connecting to the previous and next element. Linear data structure में जो हमारे पास डाटा होता है वो एक सीक्वेंस फॉर्म में स्टोर होता है, यानी कि एक एलिमेंट के बाद दूसरा एलिमेंट. जैसे इसके एग्जांपल अरे अरे को हम इस तरह डिफाइन कर सकते हैं कि अरे इज अ consecutive multiplication with same name and same data type. या an array is a collection of elements stored in continuous memory locations. It allows fast access using an index, but its size is fixed and cannot grow easily. Second example, the second data structure of linear data structure is linked list. A linked list store element in nodes where each node points to the next. It is flexible in size and good for dynamic memory. Now we will discuss about stack data structure. Stack data structure follows last in first out like a stack of plates. The last atom added is the first one removed. A queue follow first in first out like a line at a ticket counter. The first element insert is the first element to remove, यानी कि जो पहला एलिमेंट इंसर्ट होगा वही पहला एलिमेंट रिमूव होगा. Now we will discuss about the non-linear data structure. In non-linear data structure, elements are not arranged sequentially. They are connected in a hierarchical or network manner. The first data structure of nonlinear data structure is tree. Our tree organizes data in hierarchical structure like a family tree. It has a root at the top and branches that connecting parents nodes to child nodes. The second one is graph. A graph represents data as nodes connecting by edge like a road map or social network. सम अप करें तो इसे हम तो जो लीनियर डाटा स्ट्रक्चर है वो आपका वो एलिमेंट्स सिक्वेंशली स्टोर करता है। जो नॉन लीनियर डाटा स्ट्रक्चर आपके पास होता है वो हियरार्किकल या नेटवर्क मॉडल्स को यूज़ करता है। टू मेक डाटा स्ट्रक्चर easier to use, we often define them as abstract types. Abstract data type defines what operation can be performed on data, not how those operations are implemented. Like stack, abstract data type, queue, abstract data type. Whenever we design a data structure or algorithm, we must ask how efficient is it. जब भी हम डाटा स्ट्रक्चर में एल्गोरिदम को डिज़ाइन करते हैं तो हम उसमें कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी मेजर करते हैं। तो इसका मतलब ये होता है कि आपका एल्गोरिदम कितना एफिशिएंट है। एल्गोरिदम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी मेजर द अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम एंड स्पेस एन एल्गोरिदम takes to run. We express them efficiency using big O notation कि हम efficiency को दो मेथड से मेजर करते हैं। एक हमारे पास टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी है, दूसरी हमारे पास स्पेस कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी है। कॉमन कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज़ को हम यहाँ पर डिस्कस कर लेते हैं। फर्स्टली constant time complexity. This means the operation takes the same time no matter how large the input is. This type of complexity is very fast. Second one is log n. Execution time grow slowly as input increase. The third one is linear time. Time increase directly with input size कि जितना साइज बढ़ता जाएगा टाइम भी उतना बढ़ता जाएगा। ये सब लीनियर टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी कहती हैं। n log n टाइम मोर एफिशिएंट देन quadratic, commonly used in good sorting algorithm like merge sort and quick sort. Quadratic times grow very quickly as input increase like bubble sort, insertion sort. We go describe how fast an algorithm grow. Lower complexity means faster perform as data size increase. Searching an unsorted list takes big of n time, but searching a sorted list with binary search takes log n time. This is an example of complexity. Some problems are best solved by breaking them down. This leads us to recursion and divide and conquer. Recursion means a function calling itself to solve smaller version of same problem. And in divide and conquer, divide a problem into a subproblem, solve each and combine them. For example, merge sort, quick sort and binary search use divide and conquer technique. Sorting and searching are fundamental operation every programmer should master. Sorting means arrange element in sequence like ascending or descending. First of all, we will discuss the selection sort. Repeatedly select the smallest element and place it in the correct position. Simple but efficient for large data. Secondly, insertion sort. Insert each element into a correct position in a sorted portion of the list. Fast for small or nearly sorted data. Thirdly, bubble sort. Repeatedly swap elements if they are in wrong order. Easy to understand but very slow for large data set. The next one is merge sort. divide and conquer algorithm that divide the list, sort each part, and merge them. Very efficient and stable. The next one is quick sort. Select a pivot and divide the array around it. Very fast in practical. Now we will discuss some searching algorithm. Search means search element from array. Here we discuss two types of searching technique. Linear search, check each element one by one until the target is found. Simple but slow when data is large. In binary search, repeatedly divides the list in half to find the target. Very fast but only works on sorted data. When data becomes complex and hierarchical, we use tree and graph. Tree is a data structure that store data in hierarchical connect uh, with a single root node and only one path between any two nodes. And graph is a nonlinear data structure used to represent relationship between pairs of objects. It consists of two main components, vertices and edge. To sum up, we can say that data structure is a backbone of programming and algorithm design. Understanding how data is stored, assessed, and managed. Now we uh, now we can see some example to show how we measure the complexity of our algorithm. Now we discuss step counting method, a technique to calculate time complexity by counting basic operations an algorithm perform as input size increase. How it's work? The first step is identify the basic operations like assignment, comparison, and arithmetic. The second step is count how many times each operations run. The third one is write total step as a function of input size, and the last one is focus on highest growing term big O notation. फर्स्ट एग्जांपल है, हमारे पास एक एल्गोरिथम दिया हुआ है, इसकी हमने टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी मेजर करनी है. फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज हमारे पास a इज इक्वल टू 10 और सेकंड स्टेटमेंट सी आउट even. The first step takes constant time because we know that जो हमारे पास असाइनमेंट ऑपरेटर है वो constant टाइम यहाँ पर लेता है. और सेकंड सी आउट इवन, तो ये भी constant टाइम में आपका एग्जीक्यूट हो जाएगा. और एल्स सी आउट ये भी आपके पास constant टाइम में एग्जीक्यूट हो जाएगा. Each operations execute once, so the time complexity of this algorithm is constant. सेकेंड एग्जाम्पल यहाँ पे एक दो लूप्स दिए हुए हैं. फर्स्ट लूप हमारे पास i इज इक्वल टू 0, i लेस देन 5 प्लस प्लस i. और जो सेकेंड लूप है हमारे पास वो i इज इक्वल टू 0, i लेस देन n प्लस प्लस i. जो फर्स्ट लूप है उसमें हमें इनपुट साइज पता है, यानी कि 0 से लेके 4 यहाँ तक आपका लूप एग्जीक्यूट होगा. इनके 5 आइटरेशंस ये लूप लेगा रन होने में. तो इसकी जो टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी होगी वो भी हमारे पास कांस्टेंट होगी, या बिग ऑफ 1. एंड द सेकंड इन सेकंड algorithm we know that i is equal to 0, i less than n plus plus i. जैसे जैसे आपका साइज बढ़ता जाएगा जो इसके स्टेप्स हैं वो भी बढ़ते जाएंगे. स्टेप स्केल्स विद इनपुट साइज, सो द complexity of this algorithm is big of n. The third one is i is equal to 0, i less than n, i plus plus. ये वो एग्जाम्पल है कि जितना आपका साइज इंक्रीज होता जाएगा आप उसके जो स्टेप्स हैं, नंबर ऑफ स्टेप्स वो बढ़ते जाएंगे. The next example, for I is equal to 0, I less than is equal to n, I plus plus, j is equal to 1, j less than n, j plus plus। नेस्टेड लूप है आपके पास यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है, इसकी टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी आपने मेजर करनी है। तो आउटर लूप n स्टेप लेगा रन होने में, और इनर लूप भी हमारे पास रन होने में n स्टेप लेगा। तो जो टोटल कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी इसकी होगी वो n मल्टीप्लाई n स्केयर होगी। एंड द लास्ट एग्जांपल इज, यहाँ पर हमारे पास दो लूप्स दिए हुए हैं, फॉर i इज इक्वल टू 1, i लेस देन इक्वल टू n, i प्लस प्लस, सी आउट लूप 1 फॉर इंट j इज इक्वल टू 1, j लेस देन n, j प्लस प्लस। तो फर्स्ट लूप n स्टेप लेगा, सेकंड लूप भी हमारे पास n स्टेप्स यहाँ पे रन होने में लगेंगे। तो टोटल हमारे पास n प्लस n 2n स्टेप्स हैं।